All right, so what I want to talk about is the fight between Jiri Prochazka versus Dominick Reyes. One of the best fights I have ever seen. It was honestly extremely entertaining. Dominick just showed why I'm still a fan of him. The heart of Dominick Reyes is just something to it's just something to behold, man. He deserves so much respect. If you're out here saying that, he's done, the dude he just fought has a 96% finish rate. A 96% finish rate. That's not I've never heard of that at this level. How many guys are able to go, he's pushing 30 fights and hasn't just won most of those. Well, no, he's over 30 fights now. I think he's at like 31 if you count his losses. But of the fights that he's won, 96% have been finishes. And that is mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. But let's get into actually how the fight went. When the first round starts, both men kind of take the center of the octagon, but Dominick seems to be leading the dance more. He's kind of poking his jab out straight from the start. He starts throwing some hard leg kicks, and that kind of just sets the tone for the beginning of the first few minutes of the fight. So after Dominick tags him on the feet, Jiri seems to take a little bit of a mental note. And then, in the very next exchange, Jiri lands a massive right hand that rocks Dominick. Now, I'm calling this a massive shot, not because it did like a whole lot of damage or that Dominick was about to be finished, but I think that it was a massive shot because it made Dominick respect Jiri's power, and from that point on, it felt like Jiri was trying to finish the fight. Jiri is leading the dance around the octagon, however, he's overcommitting on his shots, which allows Dominick to clinch up with him, but as soon as he clinches up, Jiri attempts to do a judo toss, at least that's what it looked like from my perspective, but Dominick denies that, and Jiri ends up getting taken down. From there, Dominick's able to control him for a moment, but Jiri pops back up when Dominick tries to pass position. Jiri goes to his back and then just muscles his way back up to his feet. Reyes shows a lot of heart and lands a few good shots throughout the rest of the round, but it just isn't enough to stop Jiri's onslaught. Jiri just keeps coming forward, bobbing and weaving, and showing a really weird style and showing really weird angles. And he's always throwing different strikes. This is making it really hard for Reyes to gauge his distance, to land anything really clean, and he is forcing to fight off of his back foot. When I was watching the fight live and saw Dominick go back to his corner, it was clear that he wasn't feeling the best. He had really got touched up in round one, got hurt, and it honestly didn't look like it was going to be going too much longer. Jiri, on the other hand, looked fantastic when he walked back. He looked refreshed. He looked like he was still basically 100% ready to go. As they were preparing for the second round, Jiri was doing some little breathing techniques and just generally looking fresh. Dominick was getting attended to by the cut man, and I think at this point Dominick's nose might have already been broken. I'm not a doctor, I couldn't tell you. As they were about to walk out, you could definitely tell the difference between Dominick and Jiri, and, the damage taken was significant on Dominick's end for the first round. The first 25 seconds of the round, Reyes is pressing the action, throwing at volume and trying to push Jiri back. Jiri lands a jab that puts Reyes on the back foot. The two dance around the octagon for another minute before Reyes tries another flurry to close the distance, though to no avail. Jiri is just too slick and is able to slip and move out of the way of most strikes. Then, before you know it, Jiri lands another right hand that seems to wobble Reyes, putting him on the back foot once more. Jiri is trying to close in for the kill, but Reyes still has fight left in him, throwing combinations and counters to try and stop Jiri's forward momentum. The Czech pours it on over the course of the next minute. However, perhaps he was getting a little overconfident, as Reyes lands a powerful left of his own, which appears to seriously hurt Jiri, because no sooner did the strike land was he shooting in for a takedown. This gets him caught in a nasty arm-in guillotine. This was a pretty deep submission, and Jiri managed to stay calm enough to stay focused and work his head out, securing top position. Being on top certainly wasn't enough, as Reyes was fighting like a junkyard dog off of his back, throwing elbows and punches until Jiri attempts to pass to side control. This is when a pivotal moment that could have changed the bout occurred. Reyes pops up an upkick that, according to Jiri, momentarily knocked him out. I'm going to let him describe it himself. This is a clip from the Believe You Me podcast hosted by Michael Bisping. If you haven't checked them out, I'll leave a link down below to their channel, but here's the clip.
I think I had one or two very dangerous moments. That one punch, and after this punch, I tried to took him down. That was the first time, and
Yes.
and the second situation, that was the kick from the background to my head. That was the knockout. That was the knockout, but nobody knows that I was for 1 or 2 seconds out. I was.
Yeah, so Jiri was knocked out by the upkick, recovered, and started to lay down ground and pound. All the while, Reyes was given the opportunity to work his way back up to his feet. Unfortunately for Reyes, this would be his undoing, as about 10 seconds after making it back to his feet, he would be rendered unconscious by one of the most devastating spinning elbows ever landed in mixed martial arts competition. There really wasn't any setup. In the post-fight press conference, he attributed this to his flow.
The amazing finish with the spinning back elbow. Was that something that you drilled at all or thought you could use, or was that something that just happened in the moment?
That was just a flow. That was just a flow, and it's come just. That's why I have this antenna to catch this ideas.
Jiri Prochazka stands victorious over Dominick Reyes and teaches us that, even in our modern world of mixed martial arts, where most fundamentals are taught and taken as law, there is still a place for traditional martial arts and their philosophical teachings. Thank you for watching,